Hey, playa, when it comes to talking to someone that you like, do you find it difficult to find that delicate balance between talking to them too much and just bothering them, or talking to them too little and just getting no response back? If that's the case, don't worry. I want to walk you through some of the most common mistakes people tend to make when they try to start conversations with their crush, and how you can find that delicate sweet spot right in the middle that's going to allow you to have the best conversation with them ever. Having a conversation with someone, especially someone that you really like, might seem super difficult in theory, but it really boils down to two main components: talking about them and then talking about yourself. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here that most people probably would never admit. Everyone's favorite conversation topic is themselves. People love to talk about their hobbies and their interests, their likes and dislikes, the things that they want to do, the things that they're watching on TV, all of it. And the reason is because we all have this deep desire to feel seen and heard for who we are. So the more you can share about yourself, the better you feel. So let's take a look at this clever little chart I put together here. If you're talking to your crush and the focus of the conversation is on them, you're gonna end up on the left-hand side. Now, ideally you wanna be in the middle, but if you're learning about your crush and asking them a lot of questions and talking to them too much about themselves, you're gonna end up in that top left part and you're gonna become the interviewer. This is when all you do is constantly ask your crush question after question after question to the point where they feel like they're applying for some type of job. Hey, so what are some of your favorite hobbies? Hey, I love dancing, playing video games, and just going to the park with my friends. Oh, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Chocolate? Do you have any pets? Yeah, I have a dog. What's your favorite Disney movie? Disney movie? Have you ever traveled overseas? Do you play any instruments? Do you have a favorite age or month? Favorite month? Yeah, like a favorite month. Like, I like April when I was 7. Asking questions is no doubt a super powerful technique to learn more about your crush, but if you're not going to create space for each of their answers and dive in and explore them even more, they're really just going to feel like you're just asking them things to ask them. You don't really care about what they have to say. So what if you don't ask them any questions or take time to learn anything about them? Well, you're going to end up in the bottom left quadrant here, and they're going to feel like you have a real lack of interest. The last thing you want is for your crush to feel like they're boring you by sharing details about their life. If they see that you just don't care about what they have to say, they're gonna pull back, and it's gonna be harder for you to actually develop a deeper connection with them. So, do you, like stuff? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I love dancing and playing video games. How about you? Cool. I don't really like those things. Okay. Cool. Learning about your crush is going to help you start to see what you truly have in common with them and where you guys connect. But a major part of connection is also sharing about yourself. So let's jump over to the right side of this chart here so we can see what happens if you share too much or too little with them. When you share way too much and talk about yourself non-stop, you're going to come off as self-centered. Your crush is going to feel like all you really want to do is brag about your own accomplishments, and you don't really care about what anyone else has to say.
You know, Billie Eilish is following me on Instagram.
Really? That's so cool. How'd you get her to follow you? I've been such a huge fan of her for so many years.
Please. I got a bunch of celebrities following me on Instagram, so it's not even that big of a deal. In fact, celebrities just love to follow my account because I'm that damn cool.
Oh, okay. Well, how do you get so many celebrities to follow you?
Well, they follow me because they got 1 million followers. Duh. I mean, you said you're a Billie Eilish fan, right?
Yeah, I love her.
You know, I used to be a fan, but now that me and Billie are like this, I don't even consider myself a fan anymore. I'm like a close friend, like a best friend, maybe.
It's totally fine to share the awesome things going on in your life with your crush. If you're working on any cool projects, if you're doing anything really cool at school, or you have a job that you're really proud of, let them know all about that. The more that they can really dive into who you are as a person, the more they can see how they connect with you. Just don't brag or gloat about things, because it might give you that high status in the very beginning, but as they get to know you, they may start to feel like you're a bit too shallow and not want anything to do with you. But what if you don't share anything with your crush? Being mysterious is a good thing, right? Well, if you do it too much, it can actually come off as kind of weird or creepy. If your crush likes you, they're going to want to get to know you, but if you keep things hidden and you don't really share anything about yourself at all, they're just going to wonder, who is this weird person and where did he come from and what does he want? So I hear you're friends with Roman, right? How do you know that? Where'd you hear that? I can neither confirm nor deny. My friends Jimmy and Jay told me. They also told me you're in band with them. What instrument do you play? I play the Mind Your Business. Why do you even want to know? It's just a question. Most of the time, the reason why we don't really share a lot about ourselves is because we're more shy or introverted, which is totally okay. But remember, everything is small steps. So pick one attribute about yourself, even if it's something small that you're proud of, and share it with your crush. Let them get at least a little bit of a glimpse into who you are. That means that you're not going overboard, you're not omitting things, you're asking them questions about them, and you're also sharing things about yourself. So how do you get there? Well, the solution is going to be to follow this one very specific piece of advice. Go deeper into the topic. That means if your crush is sharing a personal story or something about their lives, ask more questions about that specific thing. It's going to show them that you're curious about that thing that they're sharing. You can also go deeper by finding something in your own life that relates to what they're sharing. Let them know about an experience that you had that's similar to theirs. That's going to allow you to seem relatable to them, and it's going to help you feel like the two of you actually have more in common. I know the idea of carrying a conversation can be a bit scary because you might not know what to talk about, which is exactly why I've put together this free conversation guide for you. These are my 20 icebreaker conversation starters. I want you to use them when you talk to your crush. In this guide, I break down not only questions, but good follow-up questions, alternate questions, and ways you can carry the conversation forward where it doesn't stagnate and get boring. The link for that free guide will be featured down below, but I'm curious, where do conversations with you and your crush fall along this chart? Do you feel like you're interviewing them and asking them way too many questions? Do you feel like you're pulling back too much and not really asking them anything to the point where they feel like you're bored? Do you feel like you brag about yourself and talk about your own accomplishments nonstop? Or do you feel like you don't share anything and come off weird and creepy? Getting to that center point is gonna take time, so practice having conversations with anyone that you can. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, and talk to your crush. The more you can work on your conversation skills, the better you're gonna be at it. On that note, guys, I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.